Howdy, howdy, everybody out there in YouTube land. I forgot to push the go live button, so I've been talking to myself, but I should be live now. I pushed the button. Maybe? I am here, I promise. It says I'm streaming. Hello, hello. There he is. We're here, we're live. Good, finally, fantastic. Took a second there to get that going. Now we do want to change our backdrop real quick to something a little bit more astute. This looks like a fun one here. I don't really. Yep, here we go. So basically, what I've been doing for the fun of it is I've just been finding images online, and then I've just been adding them in the background. So we got playing cards today. My thoughts is maybe if I fit the screen, there we go, that's a little bit better. So here's the floating head, that's me. We're going to put me up in the corner here because I'm not as important as the cards, which we have in the background. Then we're going to go ahead, we got to finish our setup here because we do have a webcam somewhere. So I did manage to get everything plugged in accordingly. So now we do have that. And I do have another light that I could turn on. Perfect. Okay. Yay! Oh, I messed up the aesthetic quality here of the... There we go. Now it's blending. It's blending. It is a little weird on the bottom, though, so I'm not sure about that. There he is. He's down there. Anyway, cards. Let's see if we can get this figured out. The USB webcam is not... There he is. Perfect. Okay. So the fun part is we got the cards in the background. Now, with the purpose of the green screen, there's a couple of things that you can do. Once you have it set up effectively, you'd be able to move yourself around the screen without really seeing anything in the background. So I've got cards that I have going on there, and then I've got my camera that's face on here. And so that gives you some versatility and some options. And there is some things that you can get, that cameras that function like have a motor that you can move, so you'd be able to change the angle of them from your computer. I don't have those. So yeah, this stuff that I have here is my everyday carry stuff that I keep in my pocket. I just put it on my working table here. Nice little ring. Now, what I have on me today is a deck of cards, just because I was going out real quick and I just wanted to have some cards to practice, because I've been throwing around this idea real quick. So if you're on the stream or if you watch this later, you're actually going to get some pretty interesting... Oh, looks like I froze down here. So to fix that, all I do is just deactivate it and reactivate it real quick. And now I'm moving. I'm live again. Now, something that Doug Kahn has recently done is he started putting himself up at the top. And then that way it looks like it's congruent to everything that's happening below him is where his hands are. Now, as you can tell, I could probably move forward a little bit, and then now we'd have a pretty decent... Like, I would do this differently if I were going to do some magic for you, which I'm going to here real quick. Yeah. Then we're going to do some card organization. So this is a trick that I've been working on. It's the Slop Decks Shuffle. But I've been throwing in some really, really some interesting techniques that I feel like have made it a little bit better for me. So we're going to change the angle real quick here so you can get a good... And mind you, I haven't practiced in front of the camera as much as I should. So if you're live here, you're going to be able to see exactly what's going on. So just like with any great trick, you're going to have a card selected. In this case, it's going to be the 5 of diamonds. Now you take the 5 of diamonds, and we're going to mix up the deck in a way that's going to make it appear as if something... let's see... Yeah, you're going to make it appear like it's all mixed up. Appear? Yeah, it's actually... did I actually mix it up? Maybe. Let's take a look. Face down and face up cards. Face up and face down. And then somewhere in the middle, it's even got this weird thing going on there with it being face to face. I don't really get how that's going. Now, what I would do, and presentation-wise, is the ending that I want to do with this is it's the Phoenix, right? It's a Firebird. So obviously, if something happens to the Firebird, it does... It regenerates. It heals itself, okay? But there is one... Yeah, there is one Firebird, that's your Firebird, that has arisen from the ashes. The 5 of diamonds. That light's pretty bright. I don't know if I can do anything with that at the moment. Maybe I was too close to it. Is it better back here? It just might be too bright, because if I'm here, it's too much exposure, but if I'm over here, it's fine. So, let's see if we can back it up a little bit. I could turn it down if I got up, and if I were further back, it'd probably be a little bit better. I mean, it's just whitewashing the card, so you can't really see it unless I get past the exposure. So that is the Slop Deck Shuffle using a classic pass with a risk kill maneuver. And for the ending, I want to do something a little bit different, but I think with the way that I'm doing the sneakiness, it doesn't really work out as much as what I would like to do. Because what I want to do is I want to have a card pop out of the center, something like this. So, see if I can do it. I've been practicing it. It's an advanced maneuver. Like that, but you catch it. Now, what I found out about this move is that I tend to be pretty harsh on the cards. And I'm not sure why that is. So, I do have to practice that move a little bit more. But it's a pop-out move that I thought would be pretty cool. But positioning-wise, it doesn't really work. So I've taught the Slop Deck Shuffle before. So many people have. I've been working with this idea because traditionally what you would do is you'd have a card selected. And it's the same deal here, right? You put yourself into a position where you have a card selected. And in this case, it's going to be the Ace of Spades, which is a pretty good card to go with. Then you're going to start mixing up the cards from here into this sloppy back and forth motion here, which is going to make the cards, of course, in that same idea, except for the back to back. Now when you snap your fingers and you spread the cards, their card is face up. It's a beautiful move. It's something that you can do in the hand, you can do on the table. There's a lot of options here. And for this approach, I took a couple of ideas from Jay Sankey for his Back in Time. I was practicing the passes because I figured it would be time, it's time to go back and revisit some of those foundational pieces. So rewatching some Alex Pandrea stuff, you simply have a card selected. They can tell you when to stop wherever. And that's going to be the 9 of hearts. Close up the deck. Leave it a little bit messy because this is the sloppy shuffle, right? So that when you come over, and then you're going to turn over the cards to show them that you're going to mix up the cards face up and face down. Now you've got this really interesting thing going on here. The deck is all sorts of messed up. So when you close it up, that's when you show that same idea, but now the cards are face to face instead of back to back. And here is where I got to the point where typically, and in this case, I think I grabbed more. So you could do multiple cards if you wanted to do like a calling procedure or something like that and have multiple cards. So there's different ways to use it, but ideally you would want to have one card that's going to be face down in the pack somewhere past this mark. Now, typically with the way that I've been doing it, it's usually only a couple of cards past the turnover. So be careful that you don't grab these ones because then you'll flash their card. So you want to make sure you have the right orientation, you're grabbing the right face-to-face pile, and then you're going to turn them over. Now, here's where things get a little bit tricky if I want to do the pop-out move, because if I could create a timing barrier, because I want everything to look as natural as possible. So let's go back to this idea that you're showing a card, which is the 6 of hearts in this case. You're going to talk, do your pattern, whatever it is that you're going to do. You're simply turning over the deck. And that's really where I want it to be, because then I want to show it's face up. And then now you're going to show them the face down, the face up, face down, face up. And you can do that all while you're talking or whatever, however you want to do your magic. And all the way down to here until it's really mixed up. And what's nice is that you do have this breakup here with some face up and face down where they can see where their card is sticking out there. But if you are doing it in such a way, they might think that it's like that's one of the face down cards that's mixed up. So what would be nice is if I could get a break in there somehow, and this is exaggerated, so that I could get that card, which would be the 6 of hearts, into a pinky break. Maybe, see, because you have to square them up to do this. So then maybe when you come back down, you grab the first one, which is their card, but instead of showing it, you just get the pinky break in there while you're going for the middle. Now you show it like this, close it up. Now you've got your pinky break that you would need, and then all you need to do now is just pop that card out and go into the pop-out move. But here's my concern for this. I don't think the pop-out move is going to work in that case because, like I said, you need a timing barrier there. And really what makes this work is once you do the flip over from here, you don't want to have any obstruction in the cards. If what that means is you want to show this one, you want to show this one, and then you have this. And the nice thing about this is that you're clean in the fact that you're not showing anything, you're not holding anything, and now the deck is ready to step away from. And they can do the spread to see that it's fixed. So I don't think a pop-out move in this case is going to be ideal, so I'm going to have to scrap that. And that's kind of really what you have to think about when you're doing tricks like this, is you really do have to, you might have to get rid of ideas, but new ideas will come up. And plus, now that I'm practicing that pop-out move, I can use it for something else that might be more ideal in that particular case. So I'll save that for later. Let's take a look at some comments. I see Marzina Hayes is here, so fantastic. Let's see. Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob. He's green. And he's spooky. And he's got smelly gym socks. Let's see. Headless Horseman. It's a great story. I probably should revisit The Brothers Grimm. I haven't watched them in a while, and it's that time of year. Slimer and Stay Puft Marshmallow. So Slimer's classic, kind of the same idea as the Flying Dutchman, slimy. Stay Puft Marshmallow. He's massive, but he's probably yummy. Let's see. Magic. Witches do magic. They do. Yep. They do magic. Depending on the type of magic. They may do elemental magic. They may do an arcane type of magic, which is using the light and dark with positive and negative energy. And spiritual. They might just do a little bit of, good vibes magic. Pirates. Do pirates do card games? Yes. I've never met a pirate, but I am assuming that they do play cards from time to time. So that's something to consider. Okay. Beautiful. Let's get to some cards. We got some coin stuff here. I was thinking about doing some coin stuff, but I wanted to show you what I was working on for my slop shuffle, because ideally you never stop learning. So even with the tricks that I do have, I constantly try to switch them up. So I'm doing them differently than other people, and I think that works out pretty good. So we're going to bring this over here. Whoa, like I said, it's a lot lighter when it's empty. See if there's a top and bottom to it. I don't think there is. Okay. So I think what I'll start with is Theory 11. Voldemort from Harry Potter. So Voldemort is an interesting character from Harry Potter. He's a bad guy. Yeah. Let's see. Mandalorians will go up here at the top. And let's see. We're just going to put all the Theory 11s in first. I'm not sure. Let's see. Gozer from Ghostbusters. I'm not familiar with who Gozer is. Let's see here. I might start putting in my Kickstarters down here at the bottom. Unless I want to do unopened packs. Not really sure. Let's see. We can always mix them around once we get some semblance of order here. Ooh, buddies. So what I do want to keep out is I want to keep out the cards that I use on the regular, and then if I want to bring something out for fun, I can have them available for that. This wasn't a Kickstarter, technically. Let's see here. Auroras. I'm not sure where my open pack is. They're one of the everyday switch carry. They're something I keep in my pocket. Raven from Teen Titans. Yes, so Raven from Teen Titans is a rather... she can be scary because her dad is... the scary demon guy. I can't remember who it is offhand. But yeah, she's got a lot of darkness in her. That is for sure. Now, the real question is here, do I want to count this as in my display because of the box? Yeah, I think so. I don't really use this deck very much, so if I just put it in the display, it should be fine. Feeling tired? No, I got a pretty good night's sleep. The lighting can really mess with things a little bit, probably. I'm feeling pretty good. That's my own deck there. Oh, we got another Monarch over here. Oh, yeah, and here's the Harry Potter. Okay. You know what? I might actually put the Harry Potter separately over here. Trigun, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't remember his name at the moment. Harry Potter playing cards right there. All 4 houses. Let's see here. Let's put all the B's together. I think that's all of the Theory 11s. Before I get too ahead of myself, let me just double check. And there might be some stuff, like I said. I got other... oh, here we go. Pretty sure that's a Theory 11. Love cards. Here they are. I think they're around here somewhere. Nebulas and the Auroras. They can go right over here. Emily Slights 52. She's coming out with brand new cards. They're on Kickstarter now. Epiphany and Revelations or something like that. I'm not. There's 2 different. It's the same deck, I think, just 2 color patterns there. Oh, here's my Alice in Wonderland cards. And, more bikes. A lot of bikes. I'm not sure what I would want to call these. I mean, it's not really... They're kind of an off deck. Let's see. What about Stripe from Gremlins? I'm not familiar with Gremlins. Is Danny Phantom a ghost catcher? I would say he's kind of a ghost catcher. He tends to save his parents from the more extreme ghosts. So I do have some more cards somewhere. Oh, here they are. No, well, that's some of them anyway. That's a different box. So I may have to do some arrangement in some other fashion, but I think that's all the Theory 11 stuff. So now we can start putting in these ones. If I find any more Theory 11, I'll leave that open for a second, and we will revisit. Let's see here. I think this will go over here for right now. Poop deck. We're going to put the extra Canis Lupus in here. Put our Slurpees in here. Octobers. We're just trying to keep separate anything that is something that I carry on the regular. Swiper from Dora the Explorer is a pretty misunderstood character. Crocker is hilarious. He doesn't really know what's going on. But sometimes he does. So, there's that. The old Jerry's Nuggets. We'll put in our old, we're going to leave the open battle of the gods is going to be over here. First playing cards is going to go next. I do carry Memento Moris from time to time, but we're going to put them in here for now. Casino Royale, I don't think there's any more first. There's some unopened slow hands. I don't know if I'm really doing this in any discernible pattern. Maybe I should be. Let's see if these are all right. Nope, these are not. That one is. Expecto Patronum. Wingardium Leviosa. Now we're getting somewhere. We're actually trying to think about this methodically. With great power comes great responsibility. Animal Kingdom. Follow the light. Well, I suppose I probably could put these both together since I found them both. That would make sense, right? Let's see here. Grand Masters. Okay, there's that row done. Some Jerry's Nuggets. Anything on the outside here? Nope. That side's fine. Medieval. Playing cards. The strength of the pack is the wolf. Okay, there's that. And now for this side here. Okay, so I think those ones are in there pretty good. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Fun times. Oh, yeah, let that one out. Orbits. Let's make sure that when we're putting these in here, we're being strategic. We're running pretty low on non-bite cards. Now, I actually do have, now that I think about it, let's see, these are more bites. I think, are these Beetlejuice's Theory 11? Yep. So Beetlejuice's Theory 11, which will go right there. And like I said, I might find some other cards at some point that I want to put in here. Carvers can go right there next to that orange one. That's perfect. Then we're going to do Noctobers. And then why not? We'll just put Alice in Wonderland right there. Beautiful. And then we've got my extra deck there. Some Rise Magic, first edition. Beautiful. Yep, we talked about Scarecrow yesterday. He's an interesting character. He uses fear against people. And obviously because of the way that conflict works in stories, Batman is a character who rationalized his fear and utilized it to scare other people because he's like, I'm afraid of this thing, so I'm going to use that fear on other people, which is, the character. And then Scarecrow makes him face his fear, and at first he's overwhelmed by it because there's always that overwhelming, troubling situation that first knocks the hero down, but then they overcome it at the end because, you see that scene. They replay that thing where he's in the cave and he just stands up, and then he's surrounded by bats because he's like, wait a minute, I'm Batman. I'm not afraid. I might be afraid of them, but I'm the one that uses that fear. Okay, we got a lot of bikes. A lot of bikes. Oh, before we get to the bikes, I do have some keepers. Drop these in here real quick. Seek not a lighthouse greater than the human mind. That's what it says. So, yeah. Empty spot there. Some other bikes here. Trying to keep those separate. Let's see if we can organize these bikes in a way that makes sense. I do have the extra dragons, so we're going to leave those out. Monsters can go over here. I want the Metal X cards to go together. But I also have the Metal X bees. So the question is, should I put the bees and the bikes together? Sun, fire, metal. Did I open that one? Yep. Metal X there. And that's a design. Ice is an element. Shin Lim is an everyday. Birds is a design. The Disney ones, I can put those all together. Mysticals, I carry those. Back to the Future is fun. Stargazers, marquee. Design. The Ruin bikes, I used to carry those. I like those ones. The Disney stuff can all go together. That stuff there. Okay. We have a semblance of a pile. And since I don't think I'm going to put the bees in here right now, I think I will put the Metal X stuff together over here in the corner. So it can be all shiny. And I have had the Metal X bees for quite a while, and so they're starting to fall apart. Yes, the monster cards are perfect for Halloween, so I enjoy those. Yeah, they've got different... Let's take a look-see here. Some Monster Hunters. It does come with a trick, so that's kind of cool. Let's see if I can name off the... There's Werewolf, there's Medusa, there's a Heart, Skulls, Eyeballs. I think that's a Siren, an Alien, a Lizard Man, Nosferatu, the little demon devil thing. Let's see, a Kraken, Zombie, Frankenstein, Frankenstein's Bride. Yeah, so there's lots of fun stuff. Like I said, it does come with a magic trick. Maybe I'll practice it a little bit and we'll do it for Halloween. So there's that. That can actually go in next here. Oh, wait. Let's talk about the bees. So I've carried this deck quite a lot because I love the Metal X. And the boxes started to fall apart. So can't carry it as much anymore. Then we're going to put the elements in.
Daddy?
There we go. What you need?
Why do we have the no bake cookies?
Can we not use names and also no? I'm on live, okay?
But we're trying to get a snack.
You already had one, so I think you're good, and she already ate, okay? Love you.
Okay. But we're
Thank you.
playing a game.
Okay, well, you can play a game. Love you.
We're playing daycare.
Okay. Yes, separated eyeball is kind of gross. Let's take a look-see here. I'm going to put the runes in next. There we go. Then we're going to separate these into two piles of aesthetics.
Dad, I'm going.
There we go. I'm doing a video. Go play with Sissy.
I'm going.
I'm doing a video. Go play with Sissy.
I'm going.
I'm organizing my playing cards. Love you.
Oh, like you that. This is
There
all
we
the stuff
go.
you need. Hey, Marley.
And there's that one.
Dad.
And this one. And it looks like there's 2 spots up there. Let's see here. I think we could probably do... We'll do these ones here. The girl is my daughter. I have 3 of them. Let's see here. Cards here. And lots of Disney cards that have just come out are a lot of fun. Oh, forgot about these ones. Put these from the top down. Okay. Then we got this. Let's see, how many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So stargazers can go right here. And then the cards as I review them can go in there. And then as I find some other stuff, I can put those in there as well. Fire, speaking of fire, Ghost Breath Fire is pretty spooky. Yes, very spooky. I definitely don't like things breathing fire at me. So I do have some other cards I could put in there, but I do like to have a small pile of cards that I keep aside that I have in my, like the Firebirds can actually go back in here for right now. Put those next to the Avery. Yeah, Avery. Put the Firebirds next to the other birds. Count from Sesame Street. A 1, a 2, a 3. It's been a while since I've seen Sesame Street. Okie doke. So, Marzina, you have a choice. We're going to put this off to the side. Whoa! That's heavy. Just saying, now that we got the stuff back in it. So you have a choice because it is 4:11. And we are going to do another deck review. So, here are your choices today. Nightmare Before Christmas, Red, Gold, Black Dragons, or Stargazers 201 or 202. So go ahead and pick one of these decks for me to open up right now. While we're doing that, I'm going to get a drink. Stargazer. Okay. So we have 2 different Stargazers here. So you want The goldish bronze one or the purple nebula one? Okie dokie. Purple it is. Purple is my favorite color. I do have another deck around here somewhere. I gotta find that one. So here you go, 201s, which is actually quite interesting. This one was a recommendation from an email. So I went and I finally got it after a couple of months. So I'll have to go back to my email so I can send him the link for this this right here. So let's go ahead and open it up. After we open it up on here, we will be doing a standalone review as well as a nice little short for it. So first things first, I'm a big fan of Nebula color playing cards. I just put them in here. So Emily Slate's 52 has a Nebula deck that is awesome. She came out with two other colors. One is red and one is green. Red and yellow and green and blue or something like that. So I really love that. So hopefully I can pick those up at some point. I still don't have a tool. I got a penny though. Penny works. There we go. Okay, let's take a look at the box real quick here. Which, before we get too invested in that, let me go ahead and see if I can lower this light here. I can do something with this one, so we'll try that. Okay, that might be a little bit better. I was trying to avoid the whitewash. Uh-oh, what's happening there? Did I take too much light out of it or something? Well, that's weird. Maybe I turned it down too much. It would probably behoove me to put this more towards the front so I can reach it better. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this up. Wowzers, that camera, I didn't realize. Okay, there we go. So apparently I cannot. That's weird. So I can't turn the light down. But okay, I tried turning it down and it messed up the camera that I was using. So looking at the box, it's got this silver foil on it, which I really love. The band that's down here at the bottom is nice. Stargazers 201. Now I do have the regular Stargazers right over. I just put them here somewhere. There we go. So these are like the standard Stargazers, and these are like special elite. I don't know. Wow. Whoa. It feels nice coming out of the box. They're just beautiful. Okay, let's see. Unlock magical moments with bicycle. Made in the USA since 1885, air cushion finish for superior playability. Paper source from sustainable forest. Vegetable-based ink. Proprietary premium quality bicycle card stock. Gorgeous. Okay, so, the stock on this is just smooth. It seems like it's the crushed, but it's so shiny. Now it does look like it is actually a one-way design. Maybe. Yeah, it's a one-way design because it's got this little thing over here. The Crab Nebula, September 19th, 2002. Image credits, X-ray image, NASA. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, there's a double backer in here? What? You wouldn't really expect that. Look at that. Ooh, and the colors. There's like a little purple and magenta. Ooh, that's nice. And what I really love, ooh, shiny. So what I noticed about the Stargazers is that the type of ink that they have on them almost seems like it glows. And I love that. So looks like we have two Jokers, which are kings. I don't think it's the same. Nope. So the regular Stargazers has like a multi-colorway here. So I think all of the cards, like the black ones are a little bit darker and the red ones are a little bit lighter, but they still have like that sparkly look to them. So it looks like we've got the Jokers over here, which are like the king's faces, just in different colors. Let's see, Ace of Spades, the United States Playing Card Company. Nice little Ace of Spades. And I'm turning it like this so that the exposure doesn't take it out. Speckle cards all the way through here. Ooh, that's kind of fancy. So they all have the suit in the center of their card there. So that's fun. Diamonds. And clubs. And very nice. And that double backer, which you wouldn't really expect to be in there. Now, we're mixing up the cards a little bit. How do they feel? Because I can't... So initially it's weird because they feel like they're a thinner card, but they spring like a thicker card. They're definitely a harder card. Now, what's really interesting about this is the fact that they are not that they're a one-way back design. That's interesting, to say the least. But they do look pretty stellar. What do we got going on there? That's a Joker. Let's see if we can make some magic happen. Maybe. Looks like the galaxy has disappeared. All the pips are gone. A little bit better like that. Yeah. It's one of my favorite magical principles. But I don't think it's half bad. I'm not a big fan of one-way designs, especially when they're blatantly obvious. But they might be only blatantly obvious to me. They might not be blatantly obvious to everybody. But I think if you looked at it enough, you would see that there's clearly writing on one side, but not the other. So probably definitely not a deck of cards that I would use for specific things. Like, I mean, you can use them for just practice games, play games. Wouldn't use them for poker night. I would use them for space theme stuff that doesn't, like where stacking and stuff doesn't really matter as much. And some of the tricks that I do that I've been trying to do lately, I've been doing more face-up things than face-down things. So it's not like I'm losing a card, because here's what ends up happening. So just so you can learn a little bit of magic today, if you have a one-way back design, but if it's really subtle, then what you could do is you would take the card out you turn it around, and then when you put it back into the deck, you just want to make sure that the rest of the deck is the right way. You close it up, and then you square up the cards. Then you're done. Now you can mix up the cards as much as you want. They can shuffle, they can cut, doesn't matter. But as soon as you go to spread out the cards, it might become blatantly obvious this way when you're spreading them out. So I definitely wouldn't do that. What I would recommend doing is they might not notice that it's different initially because you're just putting it in. The attention's on the card, not the deck. But when you spread out the deck again, the attention is going to be on the deck. So I'd recommend holding them up and just say, think about your card. Don't make any movements. Don't say, oh, there it is. Just think about it. And we'll go through. You know what? I think this is it. I think this has got to be your card. And here's where the little subtlety comes in. You place it onto the deck like this so they never see the backs next to each other. The 10, and then when you turn it over, the right orientation is back. Ha-cha. So there's a single back design trick for you to do. And this is just a nice little display deck, and I think it's a nice deck you can play around with, and especially if you're doing space-themed Magic, then I think it would work. But it definitely just looks like a deck that looks like a nice display piece. And the ad cards, what's nice about these is that you can practice with them. This is the flicker shot. It's been years, but we're still practicing it. I got a good feeling about this one. And now it's gone. We got room to practice it again. Because before I couldn't even stretch out my arms. Ha-cha, we got it. Okie dokie. So I think we're doing pretty solid here. We've been on for probably about an hour, almost an hour, 55 minutes. We've been doing a nice little Q&A with Marzina, but I think Marzina may have left. Maybe you're still here. I'm not sure. I haven't seen anything from you in a little bit. But yeah, stay tuned for that review. We're going to do that following this real quick. Once we're done here, we'll do a standalone review. And yeah, now that we've got our cards organized again, the only thing that we're going to be putting in there, we'll be putting when we review these, they'll go in there. And they'll fill that space up pretty good. And then we got to get back to some Magic. I might do another short with the slop deck shuffle that I've been practicing, and maybe we'll do that with these. That could be fun, right? Okay. I don't really have anything else planned for today, so if it's not just me watching, because it says one person watching, but I'm guessing that's me, then we will give it a good 30 seconds, and then we'll wrap this up. I think I finished my drink. Feels like I have more in there, but a little bit. Well, I think that's all for today. I don't think anybody else is popping on and asking any questions, so we're good. Thank you, Marzina, for showing up. Had a blast. I love the interaction and the questions. Absolutely fantastic. Let me go over here real quick and see if... Nope, don't do that. Okie doke. Well, I think we're good. It's hot down here. Plus, I put the sweater on because I'm going to do a little bit of coin magic, which clothing is important. Thank you, everybody. And remember, stay positive, stay active, and stay. We're going to do one of these fancy maneuvers. Or not. I tried. Sorry. We'll get rid of that one. There he is. There he is. Haha. I did it. Where was I at? Oh, yes. Stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome. And we'll see you in the next one.